through 10. I'll do any of them you want me to do. 10, okay. What else besides 10? Y'all talk to me. Online people too. Does anybody need to see 7 or 9 or 8 at the bottom here?
8.
8, perfect. Shh, mind your business. You're gonna make me throw something at you today, I just know it. You're gonna get me in trouble.
I had a theater teacher. What she did, like,
Y'all, these kids are ADHD.
You go to sit in her class, she take her shoe off and throw it at you.
Anybody else?
7.
I'm gonna do 10 and 8. Anything else, Cam?
7.
7, perfect. Yes. Oh, I love that. Did y'all hear her question? She said, after you do those 3, while we're checking ours with yours, if we have any others we want you to do, then can you do them? The answer is yes, okay? So we'll go ahead and get started with 7, and then we'll go back and check our answers. All right, so the first thing you should do is, Kamara, you better pick that head up and check your work.
Draw a wall.
Good, draw a wall. And then Shakiria said here in class that we simplify on the same sides first. So remember your S, right? So can we simplify on these sides? Okay,
Yes.
What do we do to do that? Distribute, good. So -2 times 1 is -2, good. -2 times -5x?
-10x.
Positive 10x, right? Negative times negative makes positive. And then over here, negative times x is negative x. Negative times 1. You better park that phone. And then we have that -1 on the end, right? Okay, so we're still on the S. We're still simplifying. Is there anything on these sides that we can combine together? Okay, good.
-1 and negative.
Good. Online people and in-class people are on the same thing. So this side you can't because they don't both have an X, right? But on this side, -1 and -1, what does that make? -2. Are y'all okay with that? You checking your sorting? All right. So now we're done with the S. We move to the O, which means on the same side. So what are we trying to get on one side? The X's. So is it easier to move 10 X's, or how many is this right here? -1. Which one's easier to move?
-1.
Smaller, right? So we need to move -1x over here. How do I move a negative? Add it, good. Plus 1x over to this side, right? Okay, I'm gonna come down here because I'm running out of room. So now we have -2 plus 11x is greater than -2. Is everybody okay with that? All right, so now we're still trying to get x by itself. So I'm going to cover my x. Remember, you lock in your variable. That's the L. Lock it in. How do I move -2 to the other side?
You add it to the other.
Good. Add 2. Add 2. They're on it. 11x greater than, what's -2 plus 2?
0.
And then how do you get the x by itself?
Divided by 11.
Good. So what's 0 divided by 11?
0.
0. Good. Now it's not undefined. Remember, it's undefined when the 0 is below the line. That's okay.
Don't you supposed to flip your sign when you? Oh, never mind. That's not a negative. Okay.
Good. Tell me when you do flip it. That's good. You're about to get
When
extra
it's
credit.
a
When do we
negative?
flip the sign?
When it's a negative, when you
Good.
multiply by a negative or divide by a negative.
Very good. When you multiply or divide by negative. So basically, if there's a negative touching the x, then you're going to have to flip the sign. Very good. Are y'all good? Everybody's good with 7 now? Okay, you were also supposed to graph it. So if you didn't graph, you might have seen that I gave you an 85, okay? So to graph it, what 3 numbers can I use? Ooh, I like that. 0, -1, and 1. So remember, you want a number on either side of your point, right? And then if it's greater than 0, do we have an open point or a closed point?
Open.
Open, good. Because it can't be 0. And then where are all the numbers bigger than 0?
Right.
Very good. We okay with 7? So whether you're at home or in person, make sure you're writing this down with me, okay? I was reaching over here for my pens and I moved them. Sorry, I have this off for a second. Is that okay? Okay. I got in trouble last week. All right, number 8, draw our wall. And then we're going to start all over again with the S. So simplify on the same sides. Can I simplify anything on either side? Okay, distribute on what side? The right side. They're saying we can distribute. 5 times -6 is -30. 5 times 3 is
15.
15M, right? And then bring down the other side, because can we do 26 plus M? No, because they're not the same. Can you see okay, Amani? Okay, you got the farthest away seat, so I just want to make sure you can see. So from here, what do I do next? Can I simplify anything else? No, so we're done with the S. What do I do now? One side. What are we trying to get on one side? The
Variable.
M's. So look, is it easier to move 1M, because that's an understood 1, right? Or 15? Which one's easier to move?
The
1,
one.
because it's smaller. Very good. So I'm going to subtract 1M over here. So now we've got 26 greater than or equal to -30 plus 14M. All right, so now we're done with the O. Lock in your variable. So I'm going to cover my M. How do I move this -30 over here? Add it. Ooh, I moved my paper. Because we're trying to get M by itself. So whatever's on the same side, we got to move it. What's 26 plus 30?
56.
Good. 56 greater than or equal to 14M. And then do what? Good. Divide the 14. I ran out of room, so I'm going to do it right here if that's okay. What's 56 divided by 14?
4.
Good. All right, I'm going to come up here because I ran out of room. So we have 4 greater than or equal to M. Now, are there any questions about that before I add on something? No, we're good? Okay. Now, on Friday, somebody tried to say we should always get the M's on the left. No, not Friday, Thursday. And I told you it didn't matter with an equation, but now it matters because we're graphing, right? Yeah, so when you're graphing, the M should be on the left. So all we're gonna do is rewrite this so that the M is over here, but this is what we need to be careful about. Do y'all see how the point is facing the M? When you rewrite it, that point still needs to face the M. So look, it's gonna be M. I'm gonna keep the point facing it, and then 4. So it's actually M less than or equal to 4. People at home, are we okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so to graph it, tell me how I'd graph it. Yoo-hoo. How we graph it?
Closed circle going to the left.
Okay, 3, 4, 5. And then I heard closed circle, which I like because it says equals. Does everybody see that? So it's a closed point. And which way is it going?
Left.
To the left. Good, because it's less than. Very good, y'all. I low-key feel like y'all don't even need my help. The graph's up here, if you're trying to get the graph still. Sorry, I ran out of room. All right, are we good to move on to 10? Jordan, you good, babe? Can I move on to 10? Imani, you good? Okay.
Yes.
Somebody else said yes. Okay, so number 10, draw the wall. And then we're starting all over again. So simplify on the same side. So talk to me. What can I do?
Distribute.
Okay, I heard on the left side, I can add the ones. What else can I add on the left? Okay, what's 6x and x, Jordan? 7x, good. What's 1 plus 1? Plus 2, good. Greater than, and then on this side, what can we do?
Distribute.
Good. Distribute twice is what I heard. Let's do the first one first, and then we'll talk about it. What's 3 times x? Okay,
3x.
good. What's 3 times -4? What kind of 12? There we go. And then we need to talk about the second one because I'm not sure what y'all were taught in middle school. I want to see how they taught it to you. Distribute a negative what? There we go.
One.
There's understood one right here, right? Because to distribute, there's got to be a number. So did you guys learn to distribute -1?
Yes.
Yeah. But you know that you're, okay, that's fine with me. So -1 times x is -1x. And what's -1 times -4?
+4.
+4. Good. Can y'all see this okay? I feel like the blue's not showing up good for my end people. Is that better? It looked kind of blurry. All right, same side still. Can I simplify anything else on the right? Okay, what do we got?
3x and -1x.
Okay, so 3x minus 1x gives me, good. And then -12 plus 4? -8, excellent. And bring down the 7x plus 2. Are we done with the same side simplify? Okay. So now the O means what again? One side. Good. So I need to get my x's to one side. Is it easier to move 7 or 2?
2.
2.
So how do you move a positive 2x?
Subtract.
Good. Cam Thames, mute yourself. I got him. All right. So 7x minus 2x. Okay, good. That took you a while. Good. 5x plus 2 greater than -8. So now we're done with the O. And then the L, lock in your variable. So I'm going to cover my x. Everybody look, cover your x. We need to move this 2 to the other side so we can get x by itself, right? So how do you move a positive 2?
Subtract.
You don't park that phone. It don't matter. It needs to be parked. Because when you holding it, guess who it distracts? Me. Because I see you fiddling out the corner of my eye. 5x greater than -10. Divide by 5. Are you sure? X greater than, -2. Very good. Because you tried doing it in your head. All right, so to graph this one, what 3 numbers can I use? Yes. Yes, ma'am. Extra credit. What kind of point do we have? Open, because it doesn't say equal underneath, right? So it's an open point. Which way does my arrow go? To the
Right.
right. Are y'all good with 10? I hope you fix it. Online people, we're good with 10?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so look, I'm gonna put my other answers up. Not all my work is shown because I can do some of these steps in my head. So if you have a question, I need you to ask me, okay? I'm showing you mine. You're gonna check yours, and then you're gonna ask me questions. All right, so there's 4, 5, 6, and yeah, that's all you can see, 4, 5, and 6. We know, we're just looking at you because that was weird. What questions do we have about 4, 5, or 6? Because those are the ones you can see. 4 and 5, yeah, they were 2 steps. So the biggest thing for 4 right here, I had to get the K on the left, because remember when it's an inequality and you have to graph, the K needs to be on the left. So just look, the mouth was opening up to the K, so I wrote it opening up to the K still. So basically when you switch the order, your sign's gonna also switch.
So you only switch the sign.
Right, you only switch the sign when you're solving if you multiply or divide by negative.
I got it right.
I don't think there were any up here we had to switch.
So,
I didn't switch any on 8. We had to put the M in the front.
there was one in the bottom.
So let me tell y'all a trick. If you're always moving the smallest variable, you should never have to switch your sign. Because if you're always moving the smallest variable, you should always end up with a positive number. So that's why moving the smallest variable makes it easier. It's less steps. Does anyone have questions on 4, 5, or 6? All right, I'm gonna keep going then. I just did 7, 8, and 10, so all we need to check is 9. And then you guys should have the graphs for those. So if you need me to graph them, let me know. Y'all are good? Y'all seem bored. Quit drawing on my desk. I'm about to